What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Thingos back again for another video, and today I'm going to be talking about my boy Invincible yet again. You already know it's one of my favorite series, and I love breaking down the intricacies and the little details here and there, and just stuff about the animated series and the comic book series as well on this channel. So today we're going to be talking about the character of Omni Man. Not really doing a character breakdown or nothing like that, but we're going to talk about something that a lot of people really don't realize, or at least I know for sure a lot of people first finding out about this series, watching the animated series for the first time, they're just starting to grasp because of the last episode, the finale, and the little tease that we got. Or maybe not even that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, there have been hints throughout the entire first season that there's definitely more Viltrumites besides Omni Man, and you know what I'm saying, there's probably more out there, maybe even stronger than him. But I don't think you've really focused on that one phrase. You see, in the Invincible animated series, you see how strong Omni Man is, the damage that he deals out, and just how dangerous and scary he is on his own. And I think people get so focused on that they forget, even with examples shown earlier, well, not really, but just you seeing more of them, even though it wasn't really in a violent light. You know what I'm saying? Even though you know for sure that there's more of them out there, you never really start to think about how the fact that Omni Man is literally just a foot soldier in this huge army of Viltrumites. Now, the thing about Omni Man is that he's definitely strong. He's stronger than your average foot soldier in the Viltrumite Empire. He's definitely a trusted, loyal soldier that kind of went up through the ranks. Now, I'm not exactly sure what his exact ranking is, but I know he was definitely one that built up a very positive reputation among the Viltrumites, and the only way to get a good reputation against the with the Viltrumites is probably your body count. And we're not talking about sex here, we're talking about entrails, necks getting ripped off, bodies getting punched through, arms getting yanked and fanked and just spanked, and we just talking about that's probably how they rate you and put you up there in the hierarchy of the Viltrumites. How good are you at killing motherfuckers or conquering worlds? Nolan has said that he's pretty good at this. You see it in the comic book, man, when they show like how in it he was. He kind of like threw himself into this the World Conquering Committee. He was super excited. Growing up on Viltrum, it was seen as like one of the highest honors and the best job to have, to be part of the World Conquering Committee. He lied to his son, called it the World Betterment Committee. But yeah, it's seen as like one of the best professions. He actually was working with the World Conquering Committee, but he was working as like kind of like in IT with communications, computers. You could tell it was something that he did not want to do, but that was when he first started out, and then he slowly worked his way through. He ended up proving himself. It looks like they had like these auditions going on where they test your strength and what you're capable of doing out in the field. He apparently passed the test, and then they put him out in field duty where he ate that shit up. It seems like he was always the first one in the fight. He always had to be on the front lines, making sure that he was the one being a part of that carnage, taking people out if they disagree to having the help or the assistance or the takeover for the Viltrumites. You know what I'm saying? Like, they pretty much pull up on your block and be like, nigga, this is our shit. If you say no, we fucking y'all up. If you say yeah, then you know what I'm saying, we can work something out. It'd be a little better for you, maybe a little better for us. You know what I'm saying? That's how the Viltrumites is, bro. If you say no, you fucked. But if you say yeah, then you'll still be living under their thumb, but they will help you out with technology, food, stuff like that, further advancements to probably help out your world. But it'll probably just be to meet their standards to keep you alive and safe only long enough to see how much more you can help them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not gonna just try to make you strong and powerful and make sure that you're nursed to good health to get strong enough to be able to overthrow them, which is very unlikely. No, they're just gonna make sure that you're good and straight to the extent to where you can benefit them even more, especially if your world has something to offer them. If it has like people that are very good at coming up with equipment or coming up with technology. You know, they have super smart people and stuff like that. If you actually are somebody that holds a lot of good resources and you end up saying yes to the Viltrumites, then they gonna milk your ass. You know what I'm saying? But Nolan, I don't think he was there for that. I don't think he wanted to be there for the negotiations. I think he wanted all the smoke. And that's what made him such an interesting character. At least in his youth, he was fucking shit up until he came to Earth. Now, Earth was actually given to him kind of like a gift because of all the hard work that he put in with the conquering and the slaughter. They gave him Earth, which was kind of like a pseudo vacation, but it was an assignment at the same time where he gets sent to Earth all on his own, and he gets to scout it out for, I think, like 500 years or something like that, and slowly groom it, get it ready for a Viltrumite takeover, kind of go there like a sleeper agent, but also just enjoy his time, since he doesn't really have to be in too much of a rush, considering how much time he has. Now, 500 years to Viltrumites isn't really shit, but, you know, he still has a lot of time to, you know what I'm saying, figure out how he wants to go about this takeover. But when he goes to Earth, he meets Debbie, and he also meets the Guardians of the Globe. He becomes like a world-renowned hero while he's there. He gets cool with Cecil Stedman, ends up having sex with Debbie and getting Mark and having a son. So all that just changes slowly his mind and his mental state to where he doesn't become like just a drone, like a loyal Viltrumite soldier anymore that was raised off of that, you know what I'm saying, that fucking philosophy of the strongest survive and we just gonna kill and take over everything. You know, he became more open-hearted, he became nicer, he became more compassionate. His son really changed him. And as much as he did not want to admit it, that's what we saw in the finale of the animated series, where he reached this breaking point where he just had to run away because he knew he wasn't going to kill his son. And yeah, so that's kind of like the background of Omni Man and how you can see that he's a part of something a lot bigger than himself when it comes to the Viltrumites. It's not just him, even though he caused a lot of problem for his son and Earth as a whole with what he did in the finale. There's a lot more trouble to come. We got other Viltrumites that we have to get introduced to. You have people like Lucan, you have Craig, you have Thula, you have Anissa, you have one of my favorites, Conquest, and of course Grand Regent Thrag. There's a lot of different Viltrumites that we're going to get introduced to, and I feel like we're going to get even more from their characters in the animated series than we ever did in the comic. There are some great moments with all of the characters that I just named in the comic, but you don't really see a lot of them as much as you would probably like, or get a lot from them as you would like. You know what I'm saying? Got a lot of dope panels. They always seem to be a part of a dope ass fight or two, but as far as just those real character moments where they just feel like actually real to the story and integral, I feel like we're going to get a lot more improvements on that standpoint when we watch the animated series, because they've already done a good job of making smaller characters just seem more important, have more to say, more to do, and just have more of an impact overall. And I want to see what they do with the other Viltrumite characters, because if they already made like these C-list villains way more interesting to watch in the first season, I can't wait to see what they do with the collective cast of other Viltrumite characters. So I'm really excited to see that. Now, as far as, like I said, Omni Man just being a foot soldier, he's definitely, like I said, he's part of a collective huge army, and he was a foot soldier growing up, but I think he reached this level where he was kind of like a legend to other people, because he was one of the first Viltrumite soldiers to actually be gifted that reward of going to a planet for 500 years all on his own. It was kind of like a test with him and some other Viltrumites to see if that new tactic would even work, because they was actually getting their resources spread too thin with the way that they was taking over planets before. So it wasn't like kind of like a reward per se. It was kind of like a difference in tactics that they were trying to do, because they were spending too many resources on the planets that they were conquering already. So they wanted to kind of like send one soldier as opposed to a whole army, because they're like, you know what, similar to kind of like what Dragon Ball Z was like. They're like, bro, y'all so strong, one soldier can conquer this whole planet. Remember how they used to send like baby Saiyans to a planet because they knew. Would wake up, see the moon, change, fuck it all up, and then even at a small age would probably still be able to know what to do to take over that planet and get it ready for Frieza. Similar to the Viltrumites, they feel like just one soldier will be enough to conquer a planet. So they sent Nolan to Earth, and that's what he was sent there to do. And then we saw all the results of that. So he became, like, you know, a little bit of a legend, or at least somebody that a lot of other Viltrumites heard about or looked up to, maybe. But as far as like his strength compared to a lot of the characters that I just named, I think he can probably beat all of them except for Conquest. I know for damn sure he can't beat Thrag. Conquest would be an awesome fight, though. They would have a really good back and forth. But that's all for today, and the extra characters, and just, you know, just letting you know that Nolan is part of something that's a lot bigger than himself, and we have a lot more to look forward to with the Viltrumite Empire and other Viltrumite characters. So if you enjoy this video, let me know what you think. Leave a like, dislike, comment down below. Be sure to also hit the bell to be notified for more videos like this one, and subscribe. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. Share it around, guys, and until next time, hope you have a good day, night, wherever you are. Also be sure to look up Viltrumites Take Flight, the Facebook group, and I'll have the link to the Discord if you would like to join that, the Invincible Disciples, in the description down below. But until next time, guys, peace.